Final Cat. Yo, what's up? Shout out to Culture Covered and most importantly, shout out to y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all tap in on Monday. I got SWV, I got Escape, I got a lot of good videos dropping Monday. A lot of good videos dropping Monday. We're gonna diversify it too. We're gonna throw some scary video reactions out too. We're gonna throw like a lot of different, just to reach a different type of audience. I appreciate all the love and support for real, for real. All I can say for y'all is make sure y'all rush the comments. That's what I really be wanting to see. Like, of course, I want the views, but I really love interacting with y'all. I really love replying to the comments. That's why I be staying up to like 3-4 o'clock. Like, and y'all know if y'all comment around that time and y'all see me respond, y'all know that I'm not capping. That's why you see the bags in my eye and all that. I barely get sleep. Like, I be grinding like 10 videos a day, 10, 11 videos a day. And that's all I'll really be looking for after the videos is done, processing and everything is the comments. But without further ado, we'll get straight into it. This video is Kanye West exposing Kim Kardashian for exploiting his daughters.
Kardashian recently opened up about the challenges of co-parenting with her ex-husband Kanye West. However, Kanye is now flipping the script and exposing Kim for exploiting his daughters.
So in my home, my kids don't know anything that goes on the outside world.
In her new interview with Angie Martinez, Kim broke down while talking about how she's doing her best to protect her kids from Kanye's controversies. And she claimed the kids have no idea what is going on social media. However, Kanye recently expressed concerns for his children's well-being, especially his daughters, pointing out that Kim and the Kardashians are surrounded by a lot of creepy people.
What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house?
And while many fans are praising Kim for protecting her kids from Kanye's drama, others are accusing her of trying to gaslight the public because she's the one who's monetizing her daughters' lives. So who is telling the truth here? Is Kim exploiting her daughters for profit?
Like, my kids, they don't know anything. How?
Kim's new interview sparked an interesting conversation about the way the Kardashians treat their daughters differently from their sons, with many fans pointing out that Kim and her sisters protect their sons' privacy while they exploit their daughters for profit. And this is actually something Kanye has been talking about for a while now. And you probably remember that Kanye was ridiculed last year when he said he doesn't want his daughter North to have social media accounts.
There's two things I said. Tell her security not gonna be in between me and my kids. And also tell her, don't have my daughter wearing lipstick on TikTok.
Well, fans are now saying Kanye was right all along because he recently accused Kim of trying to indoctrinate their kids, and he brought out all the receipts. But before we go into what Kanye said, let's take a closer look at how Kim and her family monetized their daughters while fiercely protecting their sons' privacy. Of course, all of this started with Miss Kris Jenner herself, because she's the one who taught her daughters they shouldn't let their lack of talent hold them back and train them how to use themselves for profit.
You are all often described as famous for being famous. You don't really act, you don't sing, you don't dance, you don't have any, forgive me, any talent.
While Kim is often credited for making her whole family famous through her private tape with Ray J, we can't forget that Kris is the real mastermind behind her daughter's success. Kris was the one who encouraged Kim to pose for her first Playboy cover, and she even pushed Kim to do a second Playboy cover and show more skin. And then when it comes to Kim and Ray J's
They say she was behind this too.
It's pretty much an open secret that Kris orchestrated the tape's release. And though Kris denies to this day she had anything to do with Kim's tape, there's a lot of evidence pointing that Kris brokered a deal with Vivid Entertainment. Kim was allegedly extremely upset when the tape made its way to Vivid. However, Kris then managed to convince Kim that a private tape would be her golden ticket to fame. And what's even crazier is that Ray J claimed Kris not only orchestrated the release of the tape, but also watched multiple tapes he and Kim made and then picked the one she thought made Kim look the best.
We signed the contract the same day. You got the same contract I got, except guess what? You rushed me to sign the contract because your mama was rushing me to sign it. So guess what you did? You signed my deliverables in your handwriting, right? Because you was rushing me. So you signed my deliverables. Kim Kardashian got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. when you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that shit say tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, that shit called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the motherfucker and said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it?
So what is the third one for? I know you said safety, but if they all of them kind of the same, then I don't know. That's confusing.
And made a decision, and then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
Meanwhile, Kris paid very little attention to her son Rob's career, and Kim previously claimed this is because Kris didn't know how to raise boys. However, what Kim should have said is that Kris couldn't monetize Rob because the Kardashians' entire brand is built off of profiting from the male gaze, especially the black male gaze.
So obviously, Kim Kardashian comes into the mainstream via the black male gaze. That is how she got on. That's how she has become a billionaire, via the black male gaze. Kim Kardashian gets propped up by the black male gaze, propped up via her sex tape with Ray J, and all of these black men in particular thirsting after her, fiending for the exotic woman, right?
And then if you look at Kylie, she modeled her whole look and all of her cosmetic procedures on Kim, and she actually used to look like a Kim K copy. Obviously, Kris recognized quickly that Kylie had the potential to be just as profitable. Where it gets really creepy is that Kim and Kylie are doing the exact same thing with their children by constantly parading their daughters on social media while protecting their sons. Kim pretty much turned her first daughter North into a brand before she was even born, and she started dressing her up for paparazzi walks when she was just a toddler.
Right there.
And as you know, Kim created a joint TikTok account with North when North was 8 years old, even though TikTok's age requirement is 13. Kanye even claimed that Kim purposefully encouraged North to post on TikTok after she filed for divorce because she knew he was against his daughter being on social media.
I said, I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney.
And it looks like Kim is now starting to do the same thing with her younger daughter, Chicago, by dressing her up for random outings and posting on her social media. And yet we rarely see any photos of Kim's sons, Saint and Psalm. And then Kylie and Khloe are doing the same thing with their kids. Kylie started posting her daughter Stormi on social media just weeks after she was born and used Stormi to market her cosmetics brand. However, Kylie's son will turn 1 in February, and Kylie still...
Me personally, I can't tell nobody to do with their kids, but I feel like you should just leave them out of this for the simple fact that their minds is not mentally ready for what you trying to put them through just for a couple of dollars.
Hasn't shown his face on social media or even revealed his real name. As for Khloe, she constantly shares photos and videos of her daughter True, and True even appeared in a migraine commercial with Khloe. But we still don't know anything about Khloe and Tristan's son, and just like Kylie, Khloe won't even reveal his name. What's also disturbing is that it looks like Rob is now trying to monetize his daughter Dream that he shares with Blac Chyna. If you go to Rob's Instagram, you'll see that his entire feed is just photos of Dream, while he himself continues to hide from the spotlight. In fact, back in February 2019, the Kardashians filed 5 trademarks in Dream's name for different products, and Blac Chyna's mom, Tokyo Toni, claimed that Kris Jenner wanted to deposit the money made through Dream's name into the Kardashian Foundation.
That she trademarked their baby name 136 ways that Dream can't get a dime.
Damn, her and Chyna looked just
because the money
alike.
goes to a foundation called the Kardashian Foundation.
The hell?
Yeah,
Wow.
so Dream, she couldn't get a doll baby and make the money right now. Not unless she go through Kris.
However, Blac Chyna didn't give her consent for Dream's name to be trademarked, and all 5 trademarks filed by the Kardashians in Dream's name were shut down in December 2022. But this just goes to show how the Kardashians would go out of their way to monetize their daughters as soon as they're born while protecting their sons. So why do the Kardashians refuse to afford their daughters the same kind of privacy their male children enjoy? Well, this is exactly why fans are calling Kim a hypocrite over her recent comments about co-parenting with Kanye. During her appearance on In the Real Life podcast with Angie Martinez, Kim said that none of her children know anything about Kanye's controversies and claimed she's using her connections in the children's school to protect them from finding out anything about what's going on social media.
Like, my kids, they don't know anything.
How?
So
Shout out to Angie
they're in
Martinez
school,
too.
they're on social.
So at school, like, some of my best friends are the teachers. So I know what goes on at recess. I know what goes on at lunchtime. I hear what's being talked about. None of the kids have ever said anything to my kids.
Kim also revealed that she has strict rules for North's TikTok, and she insisted that protecting her children from social media drama is her full-time job. At one point, Kim even broke down in tears while discussing the difficulties of co-parenting with Kanye and claimed that no matter what Kanye does, she will never bash him in front of their children.
In my home.
That's good though.
Like, I could be going through something, but if we're riding to school and they want to listen to their dad's music, no matter what we're going through, and no matter what is happening in the world, like, I have to have that, smile on my face and blast his music and sing along with my kids and act like nothing's wrong. As soon as I drop them off, I can have a good cry or, text back and do what I got to do. But it's like, I had the best dad. I don't want to get emotional.
Oh,
It's just been a day for me. But like,
it's been a time.
it has been, it's hard. Shit is like co-parenting. It's really f***ing hard.
After watching this interview, many fans said they felt sorry for Kim, and they praised her for protecting her kids and refusing to trash Kanye in front of them. One fan said, Kim is doing great so her kids don't hate their dad, which is amazing. Many fans also gave Kim props for being raw and vulnerable, and they said she's being a bigger person than Kanye. However, not everyone feels this way about Kim's new interview, and many fans said this is just PR damage control to distract people from Kim supporting Balenciaga. One fan who watched the interview said Kim's conversation with Andy Martinez was meant to sway our opinion on her, and pointed out that Kim somehow manages to be completely devoid of human facial and emotional expression while coming across as somewhat relatable, even though the Kardashians really are not relatable at all. A lot of people are also calling Kim a hypocrite because she's been monetizing her daughters since they were born by constantly posting them on social media and dressing them in bizarre outfits for attention. But how does Kanye feel about Kim's claims that she's protecting her children? Well, Kanye recently said something interesting while discussing the disturbing message he received from his former personal trainer, Harley Pasternak, and he hinted that the Kardashians are indoctrinating his kids so that they can monetize them more easily.
First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me. You think about, if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control.
Many fans are now taking Kanye's side, and they're saying,
What y'all think of the narrative that be trying to be pushed? Do y'all think Kanye is crazy, or this is like actually how you feel?
Kim is just playing the victim. One fan said the Kardashians don't post their sons as much on social media because boys are not beneficial for their brands, and added, it's sad. I feel bad for the girls because they clearly aren't being allowed to have a normal childhood. But I also hope that the boys don't grow up feeling like they matter less. But now we want to hear your opinions on this. Do you think Kim and her family are exploiting their daughters for profit? Let us know what you think in the comments. And while you're here, make sure to check this next video.
I reacted to that a couple days ago. Shout out to y'all culture cover. I mean, I don't really like to speak on people and kids. I try to keep kids out of it, out of respect. But my thing is just keep them. If it was me, keep them out of that spotlight for the simple fact that they respect, and I feel like every kid is entitled to a normal childhood just so they won't go through depression or anything when they get older, or reminisce that they didn't have a normal childhood or that they had to grow up too fast or anything like that. Like, because a lot of parents don't let their kids nowadays be a kid. They try to force them into, doing adult-like things. But let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for the love and support. Love is love, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video.